forgot to change thumbnail. Oh, jeez. Zip. I'm so dumb. Wonder what thumbnail people are gonna see with their notification. No, don't. Thank you, Windows 10. Hello, Anissa. I should move my coffee back. I was typing, so I needed to move it back behind the keyboard. But now that I'm not typing, I should probably move it back in front of the keyboard. That way I don't accidentally spill it on the keyboard. Oh jeez, League is Clan Blitz. I wonder what it'll be after the rotation. I'm gonna try and have this stream be at least 3 hours. Like, the rest of the current rotation, and then another full rotation. Possibly longer. Depends on if I can honestly keep myself interested in playing that long. Oh, it'll be Zones. Zones on Triggerfish! Okay, I want to do League after the rotation. I forgot to do the spins. I forgot to do the spins. Jeez. This is what happens. This is what happens when I wait too long to start getting ready for the stream. Which is why it's kind of late. I didn't start getting ready until... I didn't start getting ready till like 2-3 minutes before stream time. No, I'm on time. Time changed, average. And that does suck, Anissa. I will never understand parents doing that. Like, at all. Just, hello, Average. Hello, Zylander. Now, because it's been a long time. I'm going to feel mean for doing it. It's been a long time since I dug this thing out, so I'm going to use my undercover for a bit. Yeah, I never understand that. Like, robotics parents do the same sort of thing. They've stopped turning her Wi-Fi off entirely. But, like, she basically can't do anything past 11:45 at night. She is a night owl, much like myself. It's like, So, hello, Justin. I'm gonna feel super mean if I do good. But I just really want to use the undercover for a few matches. It's safe to say I don't overly remember how to use it. Ow. Yeah. I absolutely hate how her parents do that. The one minor advantage that you have is that I imagine that if you really wanted to talk to a friend, you could just pick up the telephone and call them. Robotic can't. I mean, I doubt your parents would be happy, but you could potentially just pick up the phone and call them. Ow. You guys don't have a house phone? What is it with people these days with not having house phones? Like, we don't have one either, and it drives me bloody insane. Like, it mostly drives me insane, because, like, as I mentioned, like, I live in my sister's basement here. We have a home phone line, just no phone. Like, no phone to connect to it. So basically, if I'm applying to a job anywhere, I have to apply using either my mother's or my sister's phone number. Which becomes annoying when neither of them will answer the phone if they don't know who is calling. Which is probably part of the reason why it's been so hard for me to get a job. Ow. Fair enough. Like, having a house phone would just be so convenient. It's also just one of those things I don't understand why it went away. I'm so dead. Fair enough. Though, at the very least, yours shuts off when, assumably, you were told it would shut off. Robotic's father at one point told her that, oh, her Wi-Fi will turn off at midnight. It shut off at 11:45. Because, apparently, whatever he was using to turn off the Wi-Fi couldn't be set to midnight for whatever reason. I think the reason was, oh, well, it would be midnight on the day before, so it wouldn't work. It's like, what? Why wouldn't it work? So, boop. And, like, this is clearly something he would have known was the case before telling her that. So it's like, okay, so you're gonna tell her one thing and then do a complete other thing. Great. Oh, jeez. Person blocked my shot. Blocked my shooty. What am I even saying? Joy-Con is slightly derping. This is not good. My right Joy-Con. Wouldn't matter so much if it was the left one. I mean, yeah, not being able to move would kind of suck, but wouldn't be as bad as not being able to move the camera. Or having the camera just move on its own. And also, nah, you gotta boop the snoot. That's what you gotta do. Just gotta boop some snoots. I just got a double kill with that splashdown. Okay. Okay, that Splattershot Pro knows how to fight me, and it's kind of spooky. I'm not used to people knowing how to fight me. So that dynamo is full of fear. Ow. I feel like I was that Splat Pro's only kills. I get the feeling he only knows how to fight undercovers, and that's about it. It's like, throw the bomb! Now undercover is weak! Kill! Oh no, it's a Sharpie! It's gonna give us all headaches! Are Sharpies even still things? I don't know if they're still a thing or not. Okay, so they're still a thing. The perfume he sent to them always gave me a headache. But I'm allergic to perfume, so... that would be why. Deja vu, have I been in this place before? I won't continue. Ah, jeez. Ow. The thing I was standing on ran away from me. I just noticed we have 2 Splat Pros. I feel so bad. I don't know how tryhard either of them are, but I still feel bad. I mean, the Kensei, I believe, is the one that was struggling to even do much of anything. So I guess there's that. No one wants to fall down? Why no one want to fall down? Fall down fun. Lots of big shoot happen when fall down. What am I on about tonight? Ow. Thank you for whacking me over the head. I needed that. My brain is fuzzed tonight. It's great. I've actually been awake for a fair little bit. Hello, Sushi. No, I needed whacked over the head. Let's see. I'm gonna try to slosh. I can't see icons. All I see is a YouTube icon. Or a Twitch icon, depending on where people are chatting from. I feel bad I've yet to get around to listening to those music tracks that Rand sent me. I should really get to them at some point. I told him I'd get to them soon, and I just have not had time. So my sleep schedule's been all weird. I throw the water balloons. The water balloons of fate. Ow. I still have no idea what I'm even on about. I think I'm just going crazy. Rice is good. Rice is like a wonder food because you can do anything with it. Ow. Your team has 2 beacon users, and I don't think either of them particularly care about anyone else when it comes to their beacons. Those dapples are just all the quick super jump. Oh jeez. Ran out of ink. And I don't think the E-leader has anything productive. Anything productive to say for his beacons. Ow. It's honestly probably too much you can do with rice, because, I mean, it's pretty flavorless on its own. So you could just kind of add anything to it, and it becomes that flavor. Kind of like potatoes, really. Only potatoes have a bit of a flavor to them on their own, so you can't mix just anything with them, but you can just about with rice. I imagine there'd still be a few things that would be kind of gross. But that's mostly just because the flavoring itself would be kind of gross. Like, I don't know, celery coconut. Like, that probably would not be good on rice. That wouldn't be good on its own, either. Those are just 2 very conflicting flavors. And this is the point where I must remind everybody, I could ramble for hours about just about any topic. I'm kind of strange. Let's get out the heavy nose again. Yeah, excuse me. I don't know. I usually just start rambling about something after you guys mention something, so I mean... This is how I work. It's how I roll. I was supposed to say no one returned my booyah. Ow. Well, I took one of them with me. You say that as if he's dead? I mean, he hasn't showed up yet, so I mean... He may as well be dead. No. Just joking. Get him, buddy! Need this kill sound. Yes! Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, 2 in a row. I didn't get the 3rd. I didn't get the triple. No. It is like crack. Also, hello AI. Nah, see Pringles. Pringles are not as good as people make them out to be. Pringles, you only feel like you're eating a lot because there's not many in the container. So you feel like you're eating a lot more than you actually are. Now if you want something that's, you know, full out, like, you know, you eat a lot of it, that's where you start getting into like the companies that make like family-sized bags of chips. When you buy that just for yourself, that's a case like that. So Cheetos would count. They do have a family-sized bag. Though I don't know how they fit a whole family in there. What am I even What am I even on about tonight? I'm not even tired. Why am I Lay's are greasy. They use way too much oil when frying their chips. I mean, they're not bad, they're just greasy. Old Dutch is pretty good. They don't have family-sized bags, though. Honestly, the best chips I've ever had were no-name brand chips. Which is like, what? They're the, they're the no-name brand. They're the generic of generic. But they're probably the best. Best consistency, best flavor, good amount for cheap price. At least that's when it comes to store-bought ones. Homemade ones are the best. Yeah, she should still be here. She's in the lobby. Yeah, see, she's right here. Darn it! Oh jeez, that was dangerous. I get the feeling that that sniper and the Splat Pro are friends. Because they are clearly communicating. Either that or I'm just overly predictable. No! How did I not get all 3 hits? Hello, Koi Vimo. Or Skoy Vimo. I'm just gonna call you Koi. You're a koi fish now. I hope you're okay with that. I mean, why wouldn't you be okay with being a koi fish? Koi fish are amazing. Yes! Kill sound! Thought that was the same person. You're koi now. Man, it sucks using the heavy nozzle nose against all this stuff. Alrighty, Nisa. Ow. I need to change weapons. It's impressive to have just a 100, an integer, I can't speak, a number of 100 with a sniper. I mean, my main is the undercover, so. Though I have been getting decent with sniping. You know, I'm gonna try sniping. Give me this one. See if I still got it. It's been a day or so. Let's see if I still got it. Like, the only nozzle nose I'm even bad with is the heavy, but I use it because that kill sound, it makes it worth it. It's entirely worth it just for that kill sound, for the, like, 1 out of every, 5 deaths you get it. mean, I am decent with sniping. You want godlike, you want Rand. Rand is godlike. Ow. I would be nothing without my faster ink recovery. Ow. Yeah, I can't really help that. It just changes randomly. So... yeah, I'm so godlike at sniping. I haven't hit a single shot yet. I got one shot. I'm pretty garbage with sniping all the time. Wait, when did I splat a second person? What? Yeah, I mean, it might have been suction bombs, but I don't it might have been an assist. Apparently those count in the kill count, even though I've never actually seen that happen. Also, don't bring Vor into this. No one needs Vor AI. It's mature content, that's why, Anissa. I do bad enough. I wouldn't want to be doing bad at singing while being bad at playing. I'm too monotone to sing. I already know that the one time I sang with robotic listening, she was just being nice. Like... I know I am not very good. So bad at this. I mean, it all depends on the person. I personally don't like Vor. I don't see the point to it. I don't understand how people could like it. But if you like it, you like it. It's how the world works. Ow. So, hello, Hassan. I apologize for not saying hello earlier. I did not see you there. It was AI. Blame him, average. I am sucking at sniping today. Jeez. Let's try an E-liter. Let's see if I do better with that. I will never shut up. It's kind of the point of streaming, is that I must just talk about things. I mean, I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying you're the one that brought it up. No, I have not. Unless you guys tell me you changed your name, I will never know. I don't look through my friends list, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to pick you out. Especially after a name change. Ow. It's not exactly like all of you have personalized icons and such. I'm so dead. So dead. Or not. I do privates if we get enough people for a 3v3. If we don't get enough for at least 3v3, I don't do privates, because I don't like smaller private battles. This is like a terrible sniper perch. Why am I here? I shouldn't be standing here. Ow. It's beautiful. Average. I saw a okay zoomer as well when I started mine up. I will very likely be doing league battles after the map rotation, because I love me some Camp Triggerfish. I should really do more ranked this month. Last month I only did a little bit of ranked. Nice AI. I'm assuming you're the level 42 there, AI. Because if I remember right, you were level 42. This is the last match of this rotation, so about to open the league lobby. That won't be full, though I think you'll only be able to be there for about an hour of it, but... And of course it's Kelp Dome again. The map that everyone in the first game was like, oh man, this is such a great sniper map. No, Kelp Dome is like one of the worst sniper maps. There's too many flank paths. And it's virtually impossible to cover all of them yourself. Alright. See, I don't know what time it is for you. I just know you tend to leave about an hour from now, so... I just assumed that was 10 for you. I don't know times. I barely know my own time. Thank you, handshake. Can I shoot through there, I wonder? Probably not. As I mentioned, I'm going to be moving to league battles, so there will be that for you all. So lonely over here. Oh, I think the blaster's coming to play. They just chased me. Oh, my snapshot to shoot AI? Shoot you there, AI? I don't know. It's a snapshot. I don't know how I hit any of them. It's just a, if I miss, I'm dead. If I don't miss, I'm good. It's kind of one of those things where I've been sniping in Splatoon long enough where I've got the hang of when my cursor changes to the hit icon. My brain just says fire. I don't even think of it anymore. I just do it. I'm gonna try a quad. I don't know if Koi has already sent a friend request or not. I'm gonna check. Okay, it's still only the one, so it's not. Throw up the quad, we could probably fill it. I'm confident we can fill it. I'm gonna keep sniping. I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna keep sniping. I know I'm that guy who hates snipers in Splat zones and is gonna use a sniper in Splat zones. But I feel like my lamp's light bulb's gonna burn out soon. And then I'll go back to being in the dark. Because this webcam does not color correct. I might actually be able to fix that. Advanced settings. What does that do? I don't know. Can't change that. Why can't I change that setting? What is this? I can't change that setting either. Okay, I'm gonna grab the friend request. If it disconnects me from the lobby, I'll just rejoin you guys. Yeah, it disconnected me. I'll just rejoin you guys. Because I think there's only the 4 of us anyway, so it's not really being unfair to anybody. You guys really want... Alright, I can go try Slush. I'll try to Slush. Yeah. I'm not really that good with any of the buckets, but I'm good enough. Dear God. I can't do a soldier voice. I can't really do any voices. I can apparently do a star scream, but I've only done it once, and I'm too nervous to ever try again. No. Yeah, you've made her cry now. What have you done? That enemy team looks vaguely competent, and then there's just us. This is what you all wanted. Ow. Ow. I just want Camp Triggerfish. That's all I want. Ow. My nose is itchy. I've not died to that Splat Pro yet. I'm willing to bet they're just all the main power-up. Ow. This is what you all asked for. We did try. But I'm switching weapons. I'm going back to what I was gonna do. Bomb Rush Blush is pretty good. I want sniper practice, damn it! I'm already good with the undercover. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm probably within the top 1,000 undercover users. Clash Blaster can be good in the right hands. Darn it. Well, we tried. I am now out of coffee. That dynamo was really cramping my style. How the moment I switch is going to be the moment that it's no longer going to be that map. I'm going to blast some people in the face. Alright, Anissa. Almost burped. Ugh. Alright, AI. I don't see the point of main power up on the nozzle nose. I mean, you tried. I cannot fault you for trying. Am I the only one that's not hungry? I mean, I am, but I'm not hungry enough to eat. I ate like 4 hours ago. Wait, 3 hours ago. I haven't been up for 4 hours. I woke up, ate some chicken nuggets, and then talked with Robotic for like a couple hours, and then started the stream. And that's been my day so far. Thing is, I'm always hungry. I'm fat. But, like, there's a difference between being hungry and being hungry enough to eat. They're on two separate levels. Oh, jeez. Okay. I feel like I should switch to a Splat Pro, but I'm gonna see this through. Welcome back, AI. Oh, hey, it's a clan. It usually sucks, so I mean... We're competing against groups that most likely have voice chat, so I mean... Bugger. Out of ink. Damn it. I mean, given your age, Anissa, I'd have to actually question if you're truly fat or if you just have low self-esteem. I am fat and I have low self-esteem, which is a bad combination. Ow. Yeah, we're not winning this one. I mean, our team was not great. The enemy team was more or less just playing the game. I really should have switched to something like a Splat Pro. I should probably just do that instead of trying to use a blaster. Doop. 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 So yeah, if you're the most athletic, you're probably not fat. You just have no self-esteem, which is fine. You just need to start fighting a lot of people that, you know. that can help you fight that. Can it be triggerfish, please? I just want triggerfish. I mean, I'm X rank in Splat zones. I'm X in the 3 game modes that count, and S plus 0 in Clan Blitz. Well, I mean, being fat isn't a reason to not be friends with somebody. Well, them being fat. I mean... There were multiple times at school where, like, they would do things with each grade. And it would be like, oh, let's pick one person of the grade, and they have to wear this thing. At one point, I was picked to wear, like, shorts, and I just looked the person in the face and just said, no. Come on, it's fun. No. I am not doing it. I refuse. Oh, hey, Japan o'clock. But I hate shorts. I tolerate short sleeve shirts, and that's only because it's pretty hard to find entirely long sleeve ones. And hey, triggerfish! Darn it! I mean, when I exercised a lot, I was still chubby as well. I would bike a good 5 kilometers every day, but I would also drink 2 liters of soda every day, so, you know. That was quick. The Hydra was only really scary because we had nothing that equaled them in range. Or at least came close. I mean, I was close-ish, but nowhere near close enough. Let's go back to fire finning. Back to being a flary fin. It was also a Japanese team, so it's just to be expected. The only times we've ever really beaten Japanese teams has been with the power of stupid. So, and for those who are new here, that is basically the strategy of everyone using an undercover umbrella. Oh, this is not gonna go well. At all. Why would you want stingrays in splat zones? Save that for tower control. Oh hey, more Japanese players. Please be triggerfish. And it's not triggerfish. Ow. Yeah, I think we've lost this one. That was a little too much range. Apologize for slipping my drink. We can do the power of stupid. At this point, I don't think it's gonna help too much, but, you know. For those who may not have used one before, run speed is your friend. Ink resist is also your friend. I'm assuming Koi does not have one. Now, see, it's the undercover purely because of just... The weapon is bad. It shouldn't work, but when masked, they somehow work. Somehow. Rollers, when masked, just become sad. Because, well, you're so short range, you have no way of fighting back. I think this is more Japanese players. Japan is awake right now, it seems. Well, they should be. I mean, it's noon for them. Ish. I think it's like 1:30 p.m. for them right now. Oh, hey, they have an undercover as well. Oh, I messed that up. Well, I didn't manage to stay alive, but... Darn it. Well, I took the sniper with me. Their beacons have sub power up. You guys might want to deal with them over there. And that's how the power of stupid works. We probably just hurt their pride so much. That poor other undercover. He tried so hard. But in the end, he just got wrecked. Now swap to this, and I'm going to quickly step away and use the washroom. I should be back in a... Alright, I am back. Oop. Bumped my lamp. Oh hey, more Japanese players. They are really active right now. Jeez. Yeah, I really wish the golden toothpick was better. How cool would it have been if the golden toothpick had the same ability that the Splatfest tea has? That would have been cool. Gaijins unite! Ow. Splat Pro is 3-hit kill. Well, 2-hit kill. It's 49.9. Tryhards. Well, at least he died. Do you mean completionist? If you do, it's a YouTuber, the completionist. He completes games. We tried. Oh, I didn't even see that. A completionist is basically someone who completes games. Or completes anything, really. 100% something would be the best way to put it. Fair enough, Koi. More Japanese players! Jeez, do they have the day off of school or something? That is my only thought. Turns out when it comes to the heavy, I've still got it. No, jeez! Did not realize one of you was right behind me. Ow. That is a lot of special charge. Ow. This is dumb. I should not be going off on my own. Yeah, I should not have been going off on my own. That was dumb. What has beacons on their team? Okay, their beacons suck, but they do have a lot of them. I feel like the enemy team is lagging a bit. That's how they probably splatted you, Anissa. Ah, the snipers learned not to come all the way to the front. Ow. Yeah, they do not have a holiday today. So I have no idea what's going on. Alright, AI. So I guess that means probably the end of League. Their beacons kind of sucked. I shouldn't have spent so much time trying to hunt them. But I was, because I'm an idiot. If they had sub power up, then, you know, there'd be something to actually be worried about, but they didn't, so. I'll give it about a minute to see if we have anyone else that feels like joining. If not, I will just hop back into some turf war. And this is why I don't do private battles, is right now we'd have a 1v1 with one spectator. Like, that's just boring. There's no real fun there. Fair enough, AI. I still stand by, if you are getting a snowball, just tape over the red light on the top. You'll thank me later. It's so bright. It is the worst, but stick with it. You don't want to end up like me. Alright, gonna hop over to turf. Because for those who may be new here and don't know, I am a high school dropout. Not by choice, but by necessity. But it has quite severely impacted my ability to get a job. At least when I'm being honest and actually, you know, saying I don't have my high school diploma. Yeah, bullies suck. The only real advice I can give is just keep your chin up and try to ignore them. Ow. Ow. Spinel! What are you doing here? Now show your double chin all you want. Assert dominance. Become the female Ethan Klein. Ow. I don't think that man has ever taken a picture without pulling a double chin. I was bullied quite a lot in school. Mostly over my choice in clothes. Like, legit, most of the bullying I received was over the fact I wore sweatpants all the time. But I wore sweatpants because they were comfortable, and jeans are way too tight. They legitimately hurt my stomach to wear jeans. So it's not like I could wear jeans without being in constant discomfort and pain. So... But that was about it. Best way to deal with a bully, though? Kill them with kindness. Usually people don't just go around bullying people for no reason. They've probably got a very crappy life away from school. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this Splat Pro. Oop. Yes, I'm good with this gear. Who cares if you look good or not? If you want to wear them, wear them. I wear dress clothes even though I really don't have the look for it, because I like wearing them. This shirt isn't particularly dressy, but it's still button-up. Most of my wardrobe is white shirts, and a few that ended up going through the wash with a red shirt, so they're kind of pink and splotchy now. You should wear clothes for you, not other people. I only even swapped to dress clothes because I woke up one day and was like, nah, I'm gonna dress differently. I want to dress better. And I started wearing dress clothes. This was like grade 8. 8 or 9, somewhere in that range. Wear whatever clothes you feel comfortable with, or that you want to wear. If people get at you for it, ignore them. What do they know? They're not you. They're not wearing your clothes. It doesn't matter what it is. Hell, my sister, for the longest time, wore men's pants. Purely for the pockets. That's all she cared about. They had pockets. Didn't care anyone getting at her for them. She just wanted deeper pockets. Ow. Ow. Fair enough, AI. I only have one sweater. I don't much care for sweaters. I just don't have a jacket I can wear inside, so I have this sweater. Well, I could wear my jackets inside, they just would get too warm. So I have the sweater for whenever I either get chilly or I get sick. Because when I get sick, it tends to make my back rather cold. I might find a different lobby after this, because this one really has not shifted around at all. But I will always champion people wearing whatever they want to wear. And my mother's like that. My mother will not wear dresses. I imagine the same would apply to skirts for her. My girlfriend also, I imagine, wouldn't really wear skirts or dresses that much. And I am perfectly fine with that myself. Ow. She tends to wear mostly gaming memorabilia, so I mean... But I've noticed a lot of people do tend to fall into those trappings of just wearing something because they know other people would like them to wear that thing. Like, there's no real point to that. You may as well enjoy what you're wearing. Alright, average. Have a good night. Oh, bugger. I still hate that. Hate how the thing goes invisible. I'd rather have it obstruct my view than not be able to tell something is blocking me. Yeah, I'm gonna find a different lobby after this one. Just so some space opens up. I will slow down and talk properly. You know, I know a lot of people end up getting into their heads that they have to dress a certain way because when they were younger, their parents probably dressed them for a very long time. Meanwhile, in my case, my mother would basically, even when we were like really little, would basically just set out like 3 to 5 outfits and let us pick which one we wanted to wear. Like... So we've kind of always had the choice. Hey, 2,000! Let's find a different lobby. A different hobby lobby. I'm gonna change my weapon just to make sure it doesn't just throw me right back into that same lobby. See, that to me explains why you know, wouldn't want to wear something. Because you think people might think you'll look bad in it. Yeah, I'll use this. Oh, hey, it's a Japanese lobby. Well, it's something. I don't think I could ever manage to wear the male equivalent of shorts. Like, I hate my legs, so... hate my entire body, but... always hated my legs. I will survive! Fair enough. Jeans are what you like. Wear jeans. I mean, I'm over here in Canada, so I mean, a lot of people wouldn't wear shorts a lot of the year anyway. It's just too cold. I could probably get away with it because I'm just cold resistant, but I hate shorts, so... Ow. I mean, I know very little about California, but I've heard it is very hot and humid, so I mean, I could imagine a lot of people wear shorts. So that is another tick to the Cali tally, as I'm gonna start calling it. I have so many viewers from California. I don't understand. I'm not complaining, I just don't understand. What is it about this strange Nova Scotian that you all like watching? I'm just a Port Town child. Though I'm also very much the person that, like, midsummer can walk around wearing a trench coat. So, I mean... Though, in my defense, the way I wear my trench coat in the summer is I just drape it over my shoulders. So that, basically, it's giving most of my body portable shade, but my shoulders will get a bit sweaty. It's really nice. Like, I don't know why more people don't do it. It's just nice. It keeps you nice and cool, and, well... It's just nice. Also, I am the only non-star leveled here. Jeez. I'm getting pretty close to being star leveled, though. Yeah, I don't think I could ever live in an area like that. I am way too used to Canada. Like, there's a few places in the US I've wanted to visit, and then my brain just always goes, but it's gonna be super freaking hot. All the time. Plus, it would mean going to the US, which, you know... Ow. I'm not the most keen on doing. Though the winters here cause dry and cracked lips as well, because it gets very, very dry here in the winter. Though in Nova Scotia, where I live, I know it's not the same for AI if he's even still around, because he's in a different part of Canada. We basically have 3 seasons, one of which repeats. We have summer, winter, and mud. Hello, Dennis. It is indeed morning. By about an hour. It is, in fact, 1 AM for me. It would be 2 AM if this was before the time change. I hate the time change. See, I imagine you guys probably have summer, light fall, and light spring. So it's not full-on spring or fall, but it's, you know, there's a light change. I'm so dead. I thought I was already dead. Itchy back. Itchy back. Ow. I mean, some parts of Canada, though, do have basically winter, and that's it, so... $41. That would be like 5 or 6 Celsius. Okay. I have to do quick math in my head on that. I'm probably way off as well. I work on Celsius, not freedom units. It's okay, though. I have a general idea of what you mean when you say Fahrenheit numbers, so... Because I know 32 or 36, somewhere in there, is 0. So, like, freezing. I'm glad you found time there, Dennis. That's alright if you don't have time. Real life is always more important than watching my dumb face. Alright, Dennis. Ugh, jeez. Yeah, I know the number goes up to get hotter. It works the same with Celsius. It's just both of them have a different starting point. So, like, 0 is freezing in Celsius. That is our... Well, that's our freezing temperature. Our general inside temperature is 20 degrees. You know, that kind of stuff. summer it tends to go to 30 degrees, which is unbearably hot, which I think is something like 90-something for you guys. The numbers are just so much smaller in Celsius. Which is the opposite when it goes to speed. Because kilometers per hour are a bigger number than miles per hour. Like, for instance, our highway speed is about 100 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, highway speeds in the US are something like 60, 65 miles per hour. Freedom units is a weird system. That sounds horrible. I can't stand heat, though, so... Like, 15 degrees Celsius is too hot for me. I can't stand it. So, like, summer temperatures are just awful. Yet, I can handle, like, negative 50, no problem. I have found as long as I don't know the temperature, I can handle it if it's cold. If it's hot, I can't handle it once it's past about 15. I'll actually do the quick conversion on that. Google! So that'd be about 59 Fahrenheit is just my limit on heat. I think 72 is you guys' general indoor temperature. And I learned that from FNAF! Yeah, I'm gonna snipe. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna snipe. These maps are not good sniping maps, but I'm gonna snipe. At least one match. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Yeah, that would be 54 Celsius. I would never be able to handle that. That's one thing, like, 130 Fahrenheit is 54.4444 Celsius. Fahrenheit's so weird. The numbers don't match anything. Oh, we have another sniper too. This is not gonna go well. I also forgot to booyah. I'm gonna booyah. Ow. I want a sniper with a point sensor. In the spring here, we get tropical storms, so I mean... which caused the ground to just become mud everywhere. Think you're on an asphalt road? No, it's covered in mud now. It's a mud road. Ow. I should not have moved forward. Also, welcome back, Dennis. I should not be sniping. These maps are not good for sniping. I'm also really rusty for some reason. I was literally just doing this a couple days ago. Ow. Actually, even in like the fall, we get hit by like hurricanes and tropical storms. We actually just got hit by Hurricane Dorian not long ago. I say not long ago. It was a month or so ago. Probably a little bit longer. My perception of time is weird. I don't really have a perception of time anymore. My life is just kind of a blur. But that's what trauma does. It's great. I should also tilt the camera down if I can. I just realized it's kind of high. It's probably too low now. Oh no, that's pretty good. I'm not used to having a camera. Point gal. Why not? I'll gal some points. I mean, fair enough. I would imagine there would be some rather chilly spots, because Cali does stretch a bit north, so... Ow. I should not move forward that quickly. I'm such a dum-dum. I would attempt to do the same when it comes to Nova Scotia, but to be honest, I've barely traveled around Nova Scotia, so I have no clue. I've been in Digby and the town I'm in now, and I refuse to name the town I'm in now. I do not want to self-dox. Ow. Though I can imagine Nova Scotia mostly has pretty uniform weather. We're not very big of a province. Not a very big province. I mean, we had to do that stuff too, but I don't remember it at all. Because I wasn't interested in it, so it didn't stick with me. Which is kind of the problem with standardized education, is if you're not interested in it, it's not going to stick with you. I've never been interested in my own province. Ow. I was never interested in social studies. It was a boring topic for me. I like writing, history, law. I'm a very boring person. I am one of the people that willingly took global politics in high school. And then proceeded to piss off the teacher. A lot. Like, a lot. I remember at one point, we were, one of our assignments was to write an essay about someone who changed history for the better, kind of thing, in global politics. Don't ask me why, it just was a thing. It was basically like big figureheads, like political figureheads that changed history. I wrote my entire paper without naming who I was talking about until the very, very end of it. It was like 6 pages. I did it on Hitler. With the basic argument of, if you see today's world as good, you have Hitler to thank. If he hadn't caused World War II, the world wouldn't be the way it is right now. We wouldn't be anywhere near as technologically advanced, because big war incites technological advancement. And, well, there hasn't been a war bigger. Hell, we only have mass-produced rubber because of World War I and the need for tires. But theoretically, every person who has ever lived impacted history to get us to where we are. So you could really do an assignment like that on literally anybody. Because every person who has ever lived contributed to the world we live in now. Whether it be small or large, everyone contributes. Everyone leaves their mark on history. Whether it's recorded or not is a different story. But as you might guess, I was a bit of a smartass in school. I don't like Hitler in the slightest, but I mean, if you're gonna give me an assignment that's that vague, I'm going to be a smartass about it. Once again, don't be like me in school. Stay in school and try not to be a smartass. It doesn't help you make the teachers happy. It just makes their lives a lot harder. The ironic thing, I actually kind of want to be a teacher. After all the crap I put teachers through, I kind of want to be a teacher. I'll just never be able to manage it because I don't have my grade 12. And I have no money, so going to college is out of the question. I don't even know who that is, so... If it's someone from Western history, I probably won't know who they are. It's not old enough for me to be interested. Especially because that was the only history that was shoved down our throats, and I hated it. It's like, oh, care about this stuff that happened, like, a generation ago. That's barely history at this point, guys. Give me, like, 5-10 generations ago. That's interesting stuff. Fair enough. See, I'm gonna be honest, and I blame the school system for this. I don't know much about Black history, purely because of how in your face and down your throat Black History Month is. If they were to just add that to the standard history curriculum, I probably wouldn't care. But when every class, once a year, becomes nothing but that, it turns people off of it. It's just bad. You shouldn't have that. Like, I understand why it exists, but it just makes people dislike it. And they're not going to actually take in the history for the most part. Like, I don't want my math class turning from math to Black History once a year, every year, the same thing, over and over and over again. Because that's what it was like here in Nova Scotia. Like, it's just, ugh. Even though for us it would make much more sense to have, you know, a Native History Month. Considering Canada wasn't that involved in the slave trade. Like, we were barely a country when all of that was happening. What we were involved with was natives. We did some pretty awful stuff. They also did some pretty awful stuff. But no one really knows about any of it up here because we never get taught about it. You have to go out of your way to learn it. I get anxiety just from being in public, so... Ow. And I just want to clarify, because I know how the internet is. I have nothing against Black history. I'd probably be interested in learning about it 10, 20 years down the road, when I've had more of a gap between my schooling and learning about it. Because right now, I'm just going to be soured towards it, and I don't want to have that feeling. And it's the same as, like, when it comes to learning about, like, World War I and World War II and such. I didn't really start getting into learning about that stuff until very recently. Because, once again, that was stuff that was just shoved down my throat. And I don't like it when that happens. Which is partially why I want to be a teacher. So I can give kids the experience that I wanted going through school. I know I'm going to be very limited on what I could actually do, because curriculums exist. But, like, I don't want to ever be just forcing a topic down someone's throat, unless that topic is the class's topic. Ow. The big problem with school is just how formulaic it is. Like, I could basically walk into my old history classroom, even if it's a new teacher, and tell everybody, day one, everything they're going to learn. Absolutely everything they're going to learn that year. Well, learn. Because a lot of them will probably already know the topics. Especially because at my high school, history was an elective class. You didn't have to take it. So if you're taking it, you already have an interest in history. You probably already know a lot of what they're going to teach you. Or try to teach you. Which is kind of the problem. Non-elective classes are even more formulaic and simple. And then the elective classes are still formulaic because they have to follow the curriculum. They can't do anything interesting because they're not allowed. Because, you know, heaven forbid the teacher actually teach the history they find interesting. And thus the teacher can be invested in it. And then the students will become more invested. Because if you notice, you'll probably enjoy classes and teachers where the teacher actually is enthusiastic about what they're teaching. My chemistry teacher loved chemistry. He loved blowing stuff up mostly. But he loved chemistry. Everyone learned in that class. There wasn't a single person that came away not knowing something. Because he was enthusiastic and it spread to us. Ow. And that's honestly part of the problem with having curriculums and standardized testing and such, is once a teacher has taught something so many times, they're not going to be able to be enthusiastic about it anymore. Which was kind of the advantage this chemistry teacher had, because chemistry isn't exactly something that can be standardized. There's too much variance. Yeah, and that's how it should be. Ow. The teachers you will learn the most from are the enthusiastic ones and the strict ones. You may not like strict teachers in the moment, but down the road you'll thank them. And they know it. Which is why a lot of them, even though they're really strict, they're still nice people. Like, I had a teacher, her name was Miss Littlewood, who everyone hated. She was so strict. She never let anyone get away with anything. She was a substitute teacher at the point I was going through school, but if she was your substitute for a class, you were doing work. Like, she knew what should be being taught. She knew how to teach it. She knew how to convey the information in a way people would understand, but she was strict. And, well, people learned, whether they realized it or not. People learned. And I know I would very much be that same sort of strict teacher. But I would also be enthusiastic about what I'm teaching, assuming I don't get shoved into teaching something I don't care about. Because that happens, at least in the school I went to. Because I grew up in a small port town. A lot of teachers pulled double or triple duty on class subjects. So, like, the global politics teacher was also an English teacher. Was also a, oh, what other class did she teach? French? French, yeah. She was also a French teacher. And it was clear the only topic she cared about was English. Though she was way too obsessed with poetry. I hate poetry. Poetry is another one of those things I hate because of school. It was just shoved down my throat way too much. Because, like, every year it was consistent. After we came back from winter break, poetry. That's what we're doing for the next month and a half. Nothing but poetry. Canada is bilingual. It's English and French. I know absolutely no French because I hated it. Once again, it was shoved down my throat. I hated it. I only like math and stuff like that because I learned ahead of everyone else. I took my learning into my own hands. Like, I was reading at an above college level in grade 4. I was doing quite advanced math in grade 5. Like, I was doing, like, grade 9, 10 math in grade 5. I'm a bit of a nerd. Darn it! Missed my shot. I don't know. I don't know any French. I could Google Translate it for you. Well, I suppose I know one French word. I know the word for bird. It's freaking wazoo, but it's not spelt like wazoo. I know it's not exactly how you say it, but it's full of so many letters, and you pronounce precisely none of them. I'll have to do it after this match. I'm gonna back out. Because I can't fight with Google Translate at the moment. I have it on Detect Language for... in the off chance someone shows up that's not speaking, I don't know what word that is. I know wazoo. It's the only word I know. I only know it because of memes. And the fact that I do remember it from early, like, 4th grade French. 4th grade was also our first year of French. Because that makes sense. Yes, let's wait until, you know, some students are probably well advanced into English. And then start trying to teach them French. Fourth was our first for French. It was the only thing we started in 4th, but that's when we started learning French. Ow. I'm doing horribly this match. It's because I'm trying to get Google Translate set up. I have quite a few people that show up, like, speaking Japanese or Korean or, you know. Google Translate says you are right on girl. Only there doesn't seem to be an accent above the E. Oh, that means hello. Okay. Not gonna remember that, but, you know. So I'm gonna back out here for a second. Yeah, music was mandatory for everybody until, like, grade 4, and then it became an optional thing that you gave up your lunch period to take part in. I need to get this back to detect. Clear that out. What time is it? Alright, I'll keep going a bit longer. I'm gonna change my weapon. I'm gonna try a roller. I want swim speed. Yeah, also in 4th grade, we would be shifted from an early lunch and lunch to an early lunch to a later lunch. But recess was the same for everybody. I actually preferred the later lunch, because it gave us a longer gap between recess and lunch. Because, like, I hate little, like, half-hour periods, and that's basically what we had between recess and lunch. It was about half an hour. So it's like, what is even the point of eating at recess? Because you're just going to be eating again in half an hour. Like, there is absolutely no point to it. But with the longer period, it was an hour, so, you know, if you felt like eating, you'd eat a light snack at recess and then eat your actual lunch at lunch. Or in my case, I just wouldn't eat anything. But that's me. I never ate at school. I'm not comfortable eating with other people around. Which is why I tend to end streams when I get hungry instead of just grabbing something to eat like I imagine a lot of other streamers would. And it's just because I am way too uncomfortable to eat when people can see me. I'm not all that comfortable at talking when people can see me either. I'm slowly getting better at that. Ow. My reading was above college. My spelling was worse than a first grader's. My spelling even now is at like a 4th or 5th grade level. But my reading is really good. I'm not either, really. If I see someone I want to talk to, I tend to just walk up to them and start talking. It tends to work. Most people are good at spelling and not great at reading. I am very much an odd one out. I'm also left-handed and colorblind, so I mean... Our school, like the school I went to, started doing basically spelling tests for grades 7, 8, and 9 as well. I failed every single one of them. There would usually be one or two words I knew how to spell, but that was it. My English, it was the same English teacher for all 3 years. After the first year, she started taking pity on me and just marking me at 50% whether I actually got that or not. Because she realized I was trying, I'm just stupid. And, like, I could read really well, so she knew it wasn't that I didn't know the words. I just can't spell them. A lot of the times I'll add an E at the end when there shouldn't be one, or, you know. And it's because I am trying to spell words the way they sound, but the way I sound out words is different from how they're actually sounded out. All mixed syllables together. And that causes me to make a lot of mistakes. Ow. That was a nice teacher. My 7th grade math teacher, though, everyone hated her. I hated her. My mother hated her. She did not like the fact that I was left-handed. It's more she realized that, like, I understood the words. That's part of the point of a spelling test, is to help students understand the words. I already understood them. My brain just doesn't work like everyone else's, is the best way to put it. What I mean by she didn't like that I was left-handed was she was basically trying to force me to write with my right hand. Just like teachers did for her. Basically, as far as I can figure. I don't actually know if that happened, but basically just like teachers used to do. Because, you know, being left-handed is so bad. It literally just means the right side of my brain is more active than my left side. Which is the ironic thing, really. Ow. Yeah, I don't know. It's a thing that schools used to do a long time ago, and then it was... Basically, schools were banned from doing it because it was deemed inhumane. Like, there was another kid in my same grade who she was also trying to do that with. After I mentioned it to my mother, and she brought it up to the vice principal, that teacher very quickly stopped. I still would mostly refuse to go to her class. I skipped classes a lot. Never do that. It's dumb. It'll give you an adrenaline rush that'll make you want to do it more. In my later years of school, I would only show up for tests. I would ace those tests even though I wasn't there, but I'd only show up for the tests. 'Cause I was a smart arse. Wait, no, there was, 2 other kids that were left-handed. Because I forgot one of them. I can't believe I forgot her, because I had a crush on her for the longest time. I still kind of do. Who was also left-handed. I helped her usually I helped her initially learn how to change computers to left-handed. Because you can do that. You can change basically the settings to the mouse so that right-click is left-click is right-click, basically. Because she could not use a mouse in her right hand. I can, because I learned by observing, so... I didn't study either. I never studied. I didn't even need the information to be told to me, well, taught to me, because usually I would have already learned it somehow. Same as I don't do homework. Well, didn't do homework, I should say. I saw no point to it. Then for me, homework was never graded, or if it was always such a small part of the grade, it literally did not matter to me. Ow. Like, the highest homework ever was 10% of the grade. What, you're telling me I can get a 90 if I don't do homework? Cool, I won't do it. Like... Though quite often, it was just never graded, and that frustrated me to no end. It's like, so you're telling me I need to spend my already limited free time doing schoolwork we could have easily done at school, and I'm not getting graded on it. Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that. More often than not, I would just throw it away. Like... Oh, turn in your homework. I don't have it. Turn it in anyway. I don't have it. I don't even have the blank paper anymore. I threw it away. Ow. That is the one thing I would honestly encourage people to do. If their homework isn't graded or worth much, just don't bother with it. Just take the detention. It's a nice peaceful rest time. Just take a nap. It's just not worth doing. Ow. In my humble opinion, if a teacher has to give you homework, they're doing a pretty bad job at their job. Because they should be able to teach you everything you need to be taught within the year. They have a year to half a year to teach you this stuff. Ow. So bad with this thing. Ooh, right Joy-Con just disconnected and reconnected. Then again, I was also no stranger to making teachers mad. Though, for some reasons, a lot of my teachers still liked me, and I don't understand why. I made their lives so much more difficult. Though I suppose, looking back, once they were past the initial frustration, it was probably pretty funny to them too, the stuff I was doing. So, I mean... Like, I had one teacher that whenever I would walk into the class, or gym, because he was a gym teacher, he was creepy. He got fired for good reason. I'll explain how he's creepy first. And I would call him out on this every single time he would do it, and it's part of the reason why he hated me. He would legitimately wait until about a minute or two after the girls went into the changing room to barge in and tell them to hurry up. Like, just walk right in. Minute or two, I imagine at that point, they're probably all in some state of undressed. Like, every time he did that, I'd call him out on it. Because it was just creepy, and he shouldn't have been doing it. I also refused to take part in gym because I biked to school every day. I got my exercise. I got more exercise than most of the other kids there. Ow. But, I basically got to the point with him where every time I would walk into the gym or the classroom, he would just tell me to get out. Just immediately, because he didn't want to deal with me. For good reason. I was calling him out on the creepy stuff he did. It's hard to be a creep when one of the students is calling you out on being a creep. Ow. And the main problem was, like, he would always do it at times where the other gym teacher, who was female, because we had 2 gym teachers, 1 male, 1 female, he would always wait until she wasn't in the room or she was in her office. Like, she wasn't in the gym or, like, in her office busy to do it. And the gym itself, for whatever reason, had no cameras in it. So it was literally my word against his anytime I'd call him out to the other teachers. And they took his side almost every time. At one point, I legitimately had to write an apology letter to him. I didn't, but I was told to. Ow. Yeah, I honestly can't believe it either. It took literally 3 years for him to get fired. 2 years of that involved me nearly on a daily basis calling him out on it and going to the vice principal and being like, hey, he's doing this. Do something about it. I just gave up after a while because nothing was happening. So, I think I should probably end my stream off here. Normally this would have been about 3 hours, but I was late getting started. Maps are about to rotate anyway, I think. If maps are about to rotate, I'm going to end it. If they're not rotating now, I'll keep it going until they rotate. But I think they're rotating now. I'm trying to remember when times are rotation times now. Okay, they are rotating now. Time change! It messes with me. But I will be back streaming tomorrow. It might actually be Splatoon again, because I kind of want to do more Splatoon. Oh, hey, it's news and everything. I'm just going to tap through this while I do this spiel. There is a Discord, should anyone wish to join it. It's linked in the description of YouTube, in the info on Twitch. It's a nice little place. It's free to join. Chat with other stream viewers. Chat with me whenever I'm around and chatting, which is less often than I would like. I stream at around 11 p.m. Atlantic time. I don't know if it's standard or daylight right now. It's one of them. Just search Atlantic time. It'll tell you. It's an hour ahead of Eastern. And yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I shall see you all here tomorrow for very likely more Splatoon 2. See you all then.